Power. It's something people chase, admire, and sometimes fear. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Power doesn't just change your life, it changes you. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but slowly, quietly, from the inside out. And the most dangerous part? Most people don't even notice it happening. From CEOs to politicians, to everyday people in positions of control. Power reshapes behavior in ways that are deeply psychological, sometimes for the better, but often for the worse. So what exactly happens to the human mind when it gains power? Let's break it down. First, power reduces empathy. Studies in psychology have shown that when people feel powerful, their ability to understand others' emotions starts to decline. They interrupt more, they listen less, they stop paying attention to subtle emotional cues. It's not always intentional. It's not like they wake up one day and decide to care less. Instead, power shifts their focus inward. Their thoughts become centered around their own goals, their own needs, their own perspective. And slowly, without realizing it, they begin to disconnect from others. Second, power increases risk-taking. When you feel powerful, your brain starts to process risk differently. Fear decreases, confidence rises, and that confidence can quickly turn into overconfidence. You begin to believe you're in control of outcomes, that nothing can really go wrong. This is why powerful individuals often make bold, aggressive decisions. Sometimes those risks lead to success, but other times they lead to failure, or even destruction, because when you stop fearing consequences, you stop respecting them. Third, power changes moral judgment. This is where things get dangerous. Power can blur the line between right and wrong. Rules that once felt important start to feel optional. Why? Because power creates a sense of exception. A quiet voice in the mind that says, "This doesn't apply to me. I'm different. I deserve this." And once that mindset takes hold, it becomes easier to justify actions that would have once felt wrong. Small compromises turn into bigger ones, and over time, those decisions can completely reshape a person's character. But here's something important. Power doesn't always change who you are. Sometimes, it reveals who you've been all along. If someone is kind, empathetic, and grounded, power can amplify those qualities. They become more generous, more impactful, more inspiring. But if someone is insecure, selfish, or controlling, power magnifies that too. It removes limits, it removes accountability, and it gives their worst traits more room to grow. In other words, power is an amplifier, not a creator. This leads to something psychologists call the power paradox. People often gain power because of positive traits, empathy, kindness, collaboration. But once they have power, those same traits begin to fade. They become more self-focused, more distant, more dominant, and ironically, that's what causes them to lose the very power they worked so hard to gain. It's a cycle, and most people don't see it until it's too late. So the real question is, if power has this effect, how do you stay in control of yourself? The answer is simple, but not easy. You need self-awareness, the ability to step back and observe your own behavior, to ask yourself, am I still listening? Am I still respecting others? Am I still the person I was before this? You need people around you who challenge you, not just agree with you, because power makes it easy to surround yourself with silence. And silence is dangerous. You also need humility, a constant reminder of where you started, because the moment you believe you're above others is the moment you begin to lose yourself. At the end of the day, power is not the enemy. It's a tool. And like any tool, it depends on how you use it. It can build, or it can destroy. It can inspire, or it can control. But most importantly, it reveals. Because in the end, power doesn't define who you are. It exposes who you've always been. And that is the real psychology of power.